Hey, good morning. Bob at Moonlight Meadows. We're getting ready for a little Arctic blast. I rolled out about 7,000 pounds of hay yesterday out there in the field. And some of the cattle and sheep are out there grazing at it. And I just put a couple bales in the rings. 700-pound bales. Had a little pep talk with the girls. Told them it's going to get cold. Drink plenty of water, eat plenty of hay. They got a nice barn to get in out of the weather here. And the sheep and the goats will appreciate that too. But yeah, I think we're talking only a couple inches of snow, maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow. But then we're going to get about 4 or 5 days of pretty extreme cold weather, sub-zero at night. A little worried about the water freezing up. Put that windbreak on the waterer yesterday. Kind of shelters it from the wind. They're talking Monday night, 45-mile-an-hour gust. So with sub-zero temperatures and 45-degree winds, it's definitely going to be a little nippy. Got a heater on that one. It's heat tape, and I don't have the second drinker hooked up. We got about 40, I think there's 46 or 48 cattle in there, and around 90 small ruminants, mostly sheep, some goats. And with that many animals drinking, I kind of calculated they're probably drinking about 20 gallons an hour on a 24-hour period. But I'm really worried more at night when they're not drinking as much. Maybe they're doing more sleeping. And I just hooked up a hose there. You know, maybe you can see it on that hydrant. It's not hooked up yet. It runs out into that field. And they got it sitting up there with a block of wood. So if we get a couple inches of snow, we can see it running out the end. So maybe at night we'll turn that on just to ensure that there's enough water running through there to keep the pipes from freezing. I have had trouble with the pipes freezing here before. I'm not sure how the former owner survived that way. Yeah, there's a dry well down there with a couple valves that direct the water to different hydrants and up here to these drinkers. And that was not insulated. I rolled up some bad insulation and put it in contractor bags and slid it down the dry well, keep that warm. And also in the lawn there was a recessed area where somebody had trenched in a new water line, but obviously not too deep. And then when it settled, the water was actually freezing in the pipe in the ground. So we graded that over some, put bales of straw over top of it, and haven't really had an extended sub-zero spell of weather, so I'm not sure what to expect. Definitely concerned about it. You know, we got about 150 animals here, and they all need water, so maybe we'll get enough snow they can get a little bit of water out of the snow, but that's not the ideal. I also got a mineral feeder out in the field with a salt in one bin, and then I just put 2 salt blocks and a mineral block up here close to the water. When they drink that, or they lick that salt, they're going to go over and want to get a drink of water naturally. So I want to make it nice and easy for them. I mean, the mineral feeder's out in the field, so this is convenient. They can all come over and get a lick or two, and get nice and thirsty, and then go over and get a drink of water, keep that water flowing, and that's our goal here. Here's one of my favorites, J23. She's a sweetheart, kind of follows us around a little bit. This is J00. She's a nice girl. Who's that? Oh, J22. She's my favorite too. She gave us our first calf, and she's just a beautiful cow back there, the red one. 304 here. That's out of, I think that's out of another cow that I sold. Half South Pole. And she's got nice body condition. She's a nice cow. So yeah, I put two bales in the rings. Not crazy about it, but the goats like to get in there and stand on top of the bales, and then of course they're pooping and peeing, and that kind of contaminates part of the feed. So glad to see the cattle getting out of it. And this gal here, she's about as fat as you could want for January, and she'll probably calve in April or May. She's just a chunk of meat. For everyone who wants to get a lick on that soft block. There's another one in the back there. They didn't discover that one yet. Nobody licking them, and as soon as they do, they'll need a drink. And the sheep. I read that cattle, beef cattle, when they're not lactating, drink about 1 gallon per 100 pounds per day. And I calculated out the water consumption on a 24-hour period. It would be about 450 gallons, and that might be a little conservative. I'm not counting a whole lot for the sheep. They're like 8 sheep is like an animal unit. So there's about, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12 animal units there. So yeah, they're drinking 20 pounds a day, or drinking 20 gallons an hour. That ought to keep that water flowing. Number 4 is a nice girl. She's only part South Pole, but her calves are beautiful. She throws a nice calf. So there you have it. This is the beginning of about a week-long cold spell. I think we're going to probably get a little challenged here with water, machinery starting, getting plowed out. I got a neighbor on board to help me with the plowing of the lane. We'll still need to do up here behind the barn, but I hooked up the Steiner with a plow yesterday, and then I got a plow on the 4-wheel.